Welcome back to React University. I am Corey.
And I'm Dana.
Today, we are back with another episode of Solo Leveling.
That is right. We are watching Season 1, Episode 3. It's like a game. I wonder what that means. But of course, before we dive in and find out for sure, don't forget to like this video, comment, share it with your friends, subscribe to our channel here on YouTube, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you always know whenever we release something new.
Guys, don't forget to become a member of our Patreon. You can get the full reaction of this episode and 4 more of Solo Leveling right now on our Patreon page. There are 4 episodes ahead of the YouTube channel. So really appreciate the support. So if you want more content, please, that's where to go. Really appreciate it. And with that, class is in session. Let's do this.
Yo.
Dang. Did you want to say congratulations to the player? Something like that?
足も刺された胸もなんともない。
おや、気がついたようですね。ハンター協会監視課課長のウージンチョルと言います。とりあえず医者を呼びますね。
俺3日間も意識を失ってたんですか。チュヒさんや孫さんは
片腕を失ったため引退を余儀なくされるかもしれませんし。
So he can't get his arm back?
精神的ショックが大きく治療を受けています。
Dang.
彼女もあの様子だとハンターを続けられるかどうか。
Dang.
今回見つかった20ダンジョンから生きて帰ってきたのはこれほどの惨事はめったに起きません。それをどういうわけか。白虎ギルドと現場に駆けつけた時にはもうその場には存じぬハンターが倒れていただけで神殿や石像なんてものは痕跡する。
Wow.
And his body parts. Did you see they were there?
危うくあなたたちを疑うところでした。ちなみに存じぬハンター、あなた覚醒後の覚醒をしたのじゃ。
Second awakening.
Oh, so there is such a thing.
稀に再覚醒するハンターがいるらしい。
It's a rare occasion, so it's like it never happened, like it happened before.
もしかして俺も
He's happy about this.
こちらに手をかざしてください。
To determine what you're level.
Oh.
あそこに即死レベルのモンスターがいたのなら下級のハンターが生き残れるはずがない。存じぬハンターの再覚醒をまず疑うべきだろう。
どうですか。再覚醒ならランクはどれくらいですか。
Is it even lower?
って失礼なことをしてしまったのです。
Yeah.
A 級でも普通は70を超えるのに。
Dang.
一般人と変わりません。
Wow.
それよりあの人たちはこれが気にならなかったのかな。
They
ま
can't.
さかこれ。
Wait, he can see this?
Yes.
Really?
He said
Interesting.
he's surprised that.
もっと体を大事にしてよ。めちゃくちゃ心配したでしょ。
ごめん。
お兄ちゃんがハンターの仕事しなくていいように私学校辞めて働くから。
ところでジナ、これ見える？
これって
悪い、なんでもない。
頭の検査でも受けてくる？
ジナ、昔ゲームばっかやってたじゃん。
Mhm.
クソ開く。
なんで急にゲームの話？
あ、いや、入院中暇。
Time to do your strength training.
じゃあ行くね。そういい、お待たせ。
本システムのプレイヤーの成長を
A penalty.
So basically, you need to do what they tell him.
確認。
Push-up said.
なんだよこ
Be
れ。
appropriate.
冗談もほどほどにしてくれよな。入院中にそんな体力あるわけないじゃん。何がどうなってるんだ？
He's running out of time. You gotta see firsthand what happens when you don't do what you're supposed to do.
ダンジョンブレイクに至らなかったのは不幸中の幸いだが、どうも不可解なことが多すぎる。
ええ、これまでのどのケースにも当てはまりません。
データバンクへの登録と再検討の依頼を。
わかりました。
お疲れ様です。
Like they could add a little CGI in there.
チャさんは教官役として参加してください。
私が指導者に向いているとは思えませんが。
みんなその背中を見て学ぶ。君にはそれだけの実力があります。個々人のランクを上げることは不可能ですが、実践力を鍛え上げることは可能。来るべきその時のために。
Hell, in the middle of the road.
No.
こんなところにゲート発生かよ。ハンター。
Yeah, can you imagine how inconvenient that would be?
Right. Oh wow. It don't affect him. It affect everyone, it seems like. Oh no. Just him. Bruh.
Survive for 4 minutes. So what happens if you decide you just want to stop playing?
Wow. So no one else felt an earthquake or anything like that. It seemed like it just affected him.
Absolutely not. Hours?
Yeah, I saw the age.
Oh my gosh, I totally misread that.
So I'm assuming time here doesn't affect time out.
Maybe.
No.
Oh gosh, I don't know.
Alright.
They will never discharge him. They'll be like, dude,
Yeah,
we
bro,
found you covered in sweat.
はいはい、わかりました。
Sister.
私がレイドにですか。
はい。先日ハプチョンで
Nah, y'all don't want. She got PTSD now.
いいハンターの状況もよくわかっておりますので。
すみません。
いえ、そうそう。目を覚まされたそうですよ。ソンジヌハンター。
そうなんですか。
My baby.
Oh,
She will like herself some Jenny.
よかった。
she probably feels guilty.
Doing that training.
ハンターは一般人と違って回復は早いって言うけど。
意識が戻ってから今日で4日目。目の前のこれは幻覚ではないようだ。デイリークエストをこなせば3つの報酬が得られる。状態の回復。
Nice. That's
That's
a good deal.
Ability points.
So he's getting RPG.
筋力がアップした実感がある。
So he's level 1, so solo leveling. That is.
Wow.
So he's the only one who can level up.
ランダムボックス。
A random
今
loot
日
box.
何が出るか。
Which I'm sure he can see.
I don't know.
Key.
鍵？今までペンとか絆創膏とかくだらないものしか出てこなかったけど。インスタンスダンジョン。
That's the freaking scary. That like, no matter what, that's your connection. You still get that flashback. That's the PTSD right there. Imagine late at night.
No,
You're laying in your bed, and then
not.
boom, that image.
Absolutely not.
After you heard the door creak open.
Absolutely.
Ah! What the?
It's crazy. They have to do like a gate report, like a weather report.
Yeah. Poor moms.
母さん、母さん起きてよ。
どうしたの？
母さんが目を覚まさないんだ。溺水症。
別名最後の睡眠。
What?
一説によればマナに長時間さらされることが要因だとか。いずれにせよ現在の医学では延命治療が精一。
Eternal sleep disease.
Right. That's when it awakened for him.
おめでとうございます。あなたはハンターの資格を得ました。
やったぞシナ。これで母さんもお前隅っこでじっとしてろ。
たくいい急で足引っ張りやがってよ。言っとくが働かねえやつと山分けなんてしねえからな。
すみません、役立たずで。能力値ポイント、筋力。
So he's the only one he can.
Level up.
Yeah.
やるべきこともやった。逃げるのには自信がある。もし前みたいに危なそうなら全速力で逃げよう。
Does he have to go in by himself? Oh yeah.
Yeah, so this is not even a portal. This is like its own thing. Can he? I wonder if he can bring anyone with him.
I don't know. But no one else could see the
He's
regular
playing a whole
stuff.
different type of game.
The instance dungeon, is that what they called it?
What? Oh, someone's
Because he's still in like a train station.
ただのダンジョンじゃない。行ったことはないけど、多分レッドゲートに似た概念なんだろう。参ったな。最悪逃げようと思ってたのに。本当にパーティーもなしに、俺一人でボスを。
That's all you got.
やるしかない。
Yeah. It's like you gotta make do.
どうしよう。なんか弱気になってきた。
So it's like a video game where it
Yeah, like, it
pops.
looks like there are people watching him. It's like he needs a better sword.
But that's all he can afford, remember? Look, he's probably not realizing he's a lot more nimble compared to what he was probably in the past. He probably would have been shanked already, but he's been doing a good job dodging them. Look at that. Skills. This is all about his confidence right now.
Focus, bruh.
I like that.
Yeah. You saw that?
Yeah.
That.
Yeah, there was people looking at him.
Yeah.
Yeah, bruh.
Okay, maybe those weren't people. Oh,
was
dang. With like a metal jaw. A steel fanged lichen. Is that fear?
That smile. I wonder if he gets...
No, it's calling his homies.
Just like he regenerate his energy when he get finished with the ability. I mean, with the training. When he gets No! No! Oh, break.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it. Interesting. Like... outros are very interesting.
Yeah.
I'm really curious on what they're insinuating here. But we'll learn, of course. We'll learn as we go.
Yeah, I'm sure the stakes get higher and higher, and it's like you can't just stop playing.
So, guys, what we obviously just got revealed to us in this episode was everyone outside of 6 people died in the dungeon. And when they went to go rescue, they only found him.
The dungeon
obviously
was closed
the
off.
other 6 was made it. Question: did they find the other bodies?
No.
So those bodies they couldn't find.
They only found him. The second dungeon was sealed off. He had regenerated his. You could see where his clothing had been cut away.
Right.
But his body had regenerated, so they could not find any of the deceased body parts. But the only thing that helped them like avoid speculation is literally every single
What
person's
made
account
it
was
was
exactly
like,
the same.
Yeah, everybody had PTSD.
Yeah,
right.
so
they know something went down, and it
yeah.
was some kind of special dungeon. And of course, they're only 10 years into this whole reality,
right?
And so they don't know everything. So this is just another layer of information they're learning about. They did said, did you have a second awakening? And it's rare. So it made me think there's at least been someone else who've had a second awakening. And in that second awakening, they were like,
they got more abilities.
Touch this thing, we about to figure out what you probably just leveled up. You leveled up to a whole nother thing. But we have no idea.
Yeah.
You touched it, him up was a 10. Said even the E rating is like a 70.
He's like, most of them are at least a 70. So he's
basically
like
a civilian.
He's like the lowest of the low.
Like, dang. I mean, at that point, you might have been just a 1, you know, you might have done that, but.
So they said they don't think that he had a second awakening based off of his score. They don't think he had a second awakening, but they did say they were going to file it away as a special case anyway.
Right.
And they'll continue to like investigate, monitor it.
Right. Now that being the case, he didn't seem as shocked. He just like, oh, so I guess they don't see the screen in front of me, you know?
Yeah, he was like, oh, I thought they were going to ask me about this.
Right. And he didn't go like, hey, guys, you don't see this? He's just like, I guess I didn't see it and kept it going.
Would you?
I mean, in reality, they probably realized there was a second awakening and something's going on. They could probably like, look, he obviously, to me, I was thinking about his character. Like, he's obviously wants to be stronger, because once they said, hey, you can have a second awakening, he's like, I'm excited about this.
Yeah.
And then to find out, no, you don't. You could have been like, but I got a screen sitting in front of me. You don't see this screen? Like, it gotta mean something. Like, no, he just like.
Do you think he would have said something?
Yes. Because you want some kind of like validation for why you are at least existing compared to everyone else, or this situation. A lot of people said there was like a very rare situation. How do you survive? And anyway, it doesn't matter, but he's keeping it to himself, and this is smart. He's keeping it to himself, and obviously told his sister, and you know.
I do think I probably would have said something to someone eventually, but if I like just woke up and I'm like, yo, I'm pretty sure I didn't have these body parts like 2 days ago, and they're like all this stuff, and the portal changes a whole bunch of things. I don't know that I would immediately be like, y'all see this screen? I think I probably would be like, perhaps this is a side effect. Perhaps I'm hallucinating. Let me give it another day or two. I think I would have eventually said something. Now, after you didn't do your sit-ups and stuff, because you're like, oh, I mean, I'm in a hospital. Like, what do you expect? And then you had to go on that little centipede attack, and you almost like lost your life.
4 hours.
Then I probably would have been like, where's that guy's business card?
Right.
Like, anybody else get snatched up in the middle to a desert and have to run for their lives?
I mean, it's basically forcing him to train. Like, either you train this
true.
way, which is not going to kill you, okay, or we throw you in a freaking desert with a centipede chasing you,
and
you're going to train.
You. Yeah.
You know,
but like
4 hours running.
Even in this instance where he's like, he voluntarily took this key to go to, which I can't remember what they called it, what type of dungeon.
He voluntarily took the key?
Yeah,
I thought he said he wins gifts. Like, you get like these.
No, he said he usually wins, I forget what they called it, but he said up until that point it was like bandages and other stuff. But when he got the key and he went to the place for the key, it popped up and said it was, and I forget what type of dungeon they called it. It wasn't like an individual dungeon. It was like it was an I word. They called it a special type of dungeon. And so he's like, okay, I think I'm prepared for this, blah, blah, blah. So it does kind of seem like a contained training space, but obviously he can still die, I would think.
Yeah, that's another question. Does he die in these dungeons?
Or is it like just
these
psychological? Or is it like just fully psychological? Because like, I don't see how he ran for 4 hours with a centipede.
Right, but you did see that he was in a different place. Like, he
physically
was in a different location.
Who can physically run for 4 hours to outrun a centipede? But that's what I'm saying. Like, so I don't know if if it was like it's playing like mental games with.
I think we just had a glitch in the matrix, guys. The audio for some reason just stopped working. Anyway, what I was trying to think of one thing that made it make sense to me.
Okay.
Or at least trying to get some clarity on one thing. It seems like they can't get healed outside of the dungeon, because why did old boy who lost his arm in the dungeon didn't just go to a healer and say, "Kill me"?
But
or are
I
they
think-
making the
but I don't
difference
think
between?
I don't think he had his actual arm. Like the only reason why his friend Juhi was able to heal his leg is because she grabbed the other piece. Remember? She lined them up and was trying to heal it back together.
Oh, so like you can't grow it back.
Yeah.
You can attach it back.
I think she helped to reattach it.
Okay.
Like to try to get as far as she could before she gave out and started
Well, that-
throwing up blood.
That would be the only thing that would make sense.
Yeah.
Is that if I can't personally
Regenerate.
regenerate your arm, then most likely your arm is gone. But
Right.
if we can get it, we can attach it back, and at that point, then we can.
I would think they could probably do similar to what like a surgeon could do to an extent. Like if you have your arm, I can try to help you reattach it, or if you have a finger, I can try to help you reattach it, and we can hope that it heals, you know, and regain some mobility. But if you don't have a limb, I can't help you grow one.
Yeah. I mean, just okay. I mean,
Unless somebody's a class S healer and they just.
that's what I was thinking. Maybe a class S healer, because they use magic. They use like this. They're like wizards or something, or they use some kind of other ability. I don't know what they, you know.
So I don't know. I don't think we've seen a class S healer.
Yeah, we did at the first
class
episode.
S? Do we
The first
know that he
episode.
was a class S?
He did something.
He did something. He had a spell book, and he was like,
Yeah, he did spell
I'm a
books and
healer.
stuff like that.
But we don't technically know what class he was.
You pulling out a wizard book. You're a class S. At least that was my thought on it.
I have newt.
Okay, so
You're making me laugh.
last point I want to make is this. So obviously he used the key that he was gifted to go into a new dimension, so he was able to see people physically coming out of the subway, but they couldn't see him, and he's like, oh, okay, it's a totally different than a portal, or you know, one of
It's
these.
like a parallel. It's like I don't know. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
other than dimension is a good
Yeah.
word.
And then you saw people looking from the sky with the red eyes.
Well,
I was
I thought it
confused
was
in that.
people
Maybe
looking, but now I think maybe it
Maybe
was
just
the wolves.
the wolves.
That were watching to
Yeah.
see what was happening, because once he finished killing the goblins, I think one of the wolves was like, okay, here's a snack, and then old boy tried to fight him off a little bit, and then the wolf just howled. I think he called for his homies to come, and I think they might, like, I don't know, try to
I don't
gang up
know.
on him.
Another good episode for me. I'm entertained, I'm intrigued, and I'm curious
Yeah.
on what's going to happen.
I am liking the introduction of this like secret game board.
This is very interesting.
Yeah, I think that's pretty interesting. Although I feel like it's kind of exhausting because I don't know. What if you fell asleep or you went into a coma
Yeah.
and then you like no one
You better not have
backed
an
up
emergency.
notifications? Yeah,
Right.
like you know what I mean? Or what if you come down with the flu and you really
You
can't?
better get. Either you fought through the flu by doing your push-ups and your runs and all that, because at this
Mhm.
point, I mean, I don't know how chaotic the training will get, but
Right.
now the training is run, push-ups. And,
Yeah, it's
you know,
push-ups,
crunch.
sit-ups. It's like 100
Yeah.
push-ups, 100 sit-ups, 100 or
doing
something else, and then
you're
run
doing the One
a
Punch Man.
10K.
Doing the One Punch Man regiment right now. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna give
At
this
least
up.
for me, it would only take one time of missing it and be like,
Right, that's it. Look,
because you don't know what
I'm
you're going
rolling
to
out
get.
of bed.
Earthquake to a centipede desert?
Right,
Or,
rolling out of bed. I'm gonna be doing it.
yeah.
I'm gonna give this episode an 8 for me. I think it was another good,
Okay.
just another solid opening to this world we're getting into, and
Yeah.
pulling the layers to explain a little bit more about what's taking place. And so for this 8 for me, I'm very interested to see where this goes.
I think I'm going to give mine the same rating as I did for the last one, which is the 8.125. It's still pretty good. I'm definitely intrigued. I want to know more. I feel like I'm not yet on solid footing. I need more pieces of the puzzle to
8 for me, 8.125 for her. What is your score? What would you give this episode? Comment below. Let us know. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit the bell notification so you can always get the latest on anything we post right here on the channel.
That is right. Also, don't forget to become a member of our Patreon. You can see the full reaction to this episode as well as many other episodes in advance. Go check it out. You will not be disappointed.
And until next time,
bye.
Bye.